Hi everyone, it's Louise from Louloupurple. For today's project I'm going to be doing pages 6 and 7 in my Gorjuss junk journal which I made from cereal boxes. So first of all I'm going to be using the First Fine Clair ink. This one is called Green Oasis and I'm applying this to my gel plate and smoothing the colour out with a brayer. I then put my stamping card onto the gel plate and pull a print. For some strange reason I seem to have two circles, but that's not an issue because I'm going to go in with a second layer of the ink and put my card down and pull another print. So because this is the background, I'm not too worried about the marks that were left on there. It's not a major issue because it will probably be covered up at some point. So anyhow, I'm repeating this on my second piece of card. Again, just laying the ink down and then pulling a print. I have printed my quote out on my computer and it says, "Life, like being on a swing, is so much better when you have someone to give you a little push." I then use my Distress Glaze over the top of the ink so that when I come to use my matte medium, the ink won't smudge or smear. I'm going to be using some of the smaller stamps from some of the Pink Ink Designs stamp sets. This one is Fungi. I'm going to be using some of the stamps from the Hobgoblin set. This one is Woodbeard and Oak Wart. I'm going to use my Versafine Onyx Black ink to stamp some of the image of the tree on the edge of my page. I'm going to use some of the smaller stamps on my background. So I stamp one on my background and then I'm stamping one on a piece of plain card to colour in and cut out. And then I will carry on with my background stamping. I then use my archival ink. This one is called Fern Green. I then use my archival ink potting soil and I'm using my blending tool and a stencil called Dot Fade. Now my sponge on my blending tool is falling apart on me, so I'm just going to change that for a new one and then carry on with my stencil and the potting soil ink onto my background. I'm going to be using my Derwent Coloursoft pencils to colour in all my images. I will also use my paper stump, which you will see in one moment. My paper stump, and I'm dipping this into my Sestit pencil blend. I then use the paper stump to smooth out the colour on my card. To clean your paper stump, you can either use a piece of sandpaper to get the colour off the paper stump, or you can use a craft knife and just cut away at your paper stump. This sometimes is a good idea to do so you get a good point on your paper stump again. To colour my leaves, I'm just using two different colours of green and using my paper stump to blend the two colours together. I then cut my images out and use my Unipin fine line brush pen to go around the outside edge of the cutout image. This just hides any messiness and makes your image look a lot neater. I then use my matte medium to stick my images down. Now at this point I get my matte medium onto my card and I start putting the Gorjuss girl in the position. So because I've cut into this image, I'm having to line up all the cut marks, and at this point I get interrupted and someone comes into the shop. So my image I have to pull off and print out another one and start again because she kind of got a bit messed up, really. But that happens sometimes. You just pull it off and then start again. So as you can see, the Gorjuss girl has her head missing. I think this is about the 4th time that I've printed this out and tried to stick her down in the right place. I eventually get there, thank goodness, and leave her to dry. I then use my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick my mushrooms onto my page. I then add shadow to my images by going around the outside edge with a black Derwent Coloursoft pencil, and again I'm using my Sestit pencil blend on my paper stump to blend out the colour to make it look more like a shadow. I then use my Unipin fine line pen. This is 0.8, and I'm just doing some lines around the outside edge of my quote, and then I add some squiggly lines to make it look more interesting. I'm using my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick my pages into my art journal. Again, I'm using my Derwent Coloursoft pencils to colour in my butterflies. Moving on, I'm adding my leaves to my page, and on some of them I'm using my Sticks to foam pads to add a bit more dimension to the page. As per usual, I'm going to use a little dot of my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue so that I have a little bit of wiggle room to move the leaves into the right position. I'm using some post-it notes on my butterfly stamp because I only want to ink up the antennae to stamp onto my page. So I literally put the post-it notes over, use a bit of ink, take the post-it notes off, and then you've just got ink on the antennae at the end. I'm just using one of my Unipin pens to colour in the antennae on the end of the butterfly, and I will next use my Signo Uniball silver pen just to add a bit of detail on the mushrooms. I'm using my diamond stickles on the butterfly wings, and I will leave these to dry. Once they've dried, I will then use my bone folder to give them a bit of shaping. So as you can see, they're dry. I managed to pull off one of the wings, which is not an issue. I'll show you in a second how to repair this. So I'm just getting a scrap piece of card and cutting it down so that it doesn't show on the back of my butterfly, and I'm just going to glue this onto the back of the butterfly and stick the wing back on. Easy as that, no one will ever know. I'm going to use my Sticks to foam pads on the back of the butterfly wings so that the dimension of them doesn't get squashed when the book is shut. I'm just putting glue on the body part of the butterfly, as this is going to be stuck directly to the page, and the foam pads will give the extra dimension. And that is this project all finished. As per usual, if you would like to buy any of the products I've used in this video, they will be listed on my website blog post. I will leave a link in the description box below this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Links to my website, Facebook and more will be in the description box below, or click on the end screen at the end of this video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you got inspired. Bye for now.